Well, one thing that's really interesting is the way that Stephen, who's describing the story, who's giving the sermon, describes the patriarchs. They're supposed to be the brothers of Joseph, but he calls them the patriarchs. They're supposed to be brothers, but he actually calls them fathers. That's what patriarchs means. And he keeps calling them our fathers, our fathers. He says there, verse 9, the patriarchs were jealous of Joseph, or our fathers were jealous of Joseph. Verse 11, our fathers could find no food. Verse 12, Jacob sent our fathers on their first visit. So what's this our fathers business? Well, it's saying that there's a connection with us. These guys who did these things are our ancestors. Their jealousy, their suffering, their repentance, their salvation is ours as well. And do we recognize that? And so it's calling us to see that this story is our story. Their sin is our sin, that kind of jealousy, that rejection of someone whom we are just envious of. We're just jealous of that person. But in the end, God brings about this reversal of fortunes, this salvation through the very person whom we have rejected, pointing forward, of course, to Jesus, whom these leaders are rejecting, pointing also to maybe even to Stephen, whom they're hauling before the court, asking to give this defense, and actually they're rejecting him, but actually he's speaking to them this message of salvation. And, if ever you're in that kind of situation where you're suffering because of that kind of rejection, because of the kind of rejection of the gospel, they're rejecting God, not you. The most important thing is if God is with you, as he was with Joseph, God will rescue you, and God might actually use you to bring salvation to them as well.